Okay, we've done some more work today, and first and foremost, I believe the people who've been doing the heavy lifting and doing a lot of the hard work out here that have not been getting the credit they deserve, and I hope I don't leave too many names out, but Chip, Chris, Judy, John, Dale, Dr. Staten was out here today when I got here, and there's probably others. I don't necessarily get a list every time, and I'm not out here to do that, but I want to make sure that those who have been coming out here and doing a lot of the work get the credit that they deserve. They do more than any one person. Okay. Before I tell you what was done this time, talk a little bit about weeds. In some circles, some of us talk about weeds as not being a problem, but as being an indicator and being part of the solution. What we tend to consider a weed is what we don't want in a certain place. A lot of times those plants are pioneer plants. They're trying to repair the soil. They like disturbed soil. They can outcompete other plants in disturbed soil or low nutrient soil. So with that in mind, a weed can be used as an indicator. If you're seeing dandelions, doesn't mean you need to get rid of them. It means that that soil is probably compacted and nutrient deficient, and the dandelions taking that deep taproot, trying to go down there, mine some of those, open that soil up, mine some of those nutrients, bring them up to the top, where when it dies, it recycles them. And you can go down a whole rabbit hole of what does this weed say and what does this weed tell us. However, every single weed is one thing that every single weed tells us. And it's very simple. And that is, there's room for more life. There's room for another plant. And since there's room, something is going to come up. Whatever's in the seed bank or blows in, is going to take up that niche. So the challenge to us as a gardener, in my opinion, the role of the gardener is to promote life. That's the main thing. Now, it may be for beauty, it may be for structure, it may be for food, it may be for fodder, for windbreak, for erosion control. But the role of the gardener is to promote an increase in life and an increase in diversity of life. Some of us will even take that over to not just plants, but bringing in predators and pollinators, snakes and bugs and spiders, birds and bats, oh my. But nature is always trying to increase the amount of life and the diversity of life. Anything else, and we're fighting against nature, and nature's going to win. So when we see nutsedge, when we see pigweed, when we see Bermuda, whatever it is that we don't want there, before we remove it, either physically or chemically or mechanically, let's consider, if we're taking one plant out, what can we replace it with? Because there's obviously a need and an opportunity and a niche that plant that we're removing is taking up. So what can we put in its place? And that's why, like in these rows that I'm planting now, I am overseeding vastly. I mean, I'm probably putting anywhere from 4 to 10 times as much seed as normal, because all this nutsedge and stuff is moving in. Well, if I can outcompete them, if I can take up that room in the root zone, if I can take up that above ground room, there won't be as much room for the nutsedge. I can outcompete that. So, and even like in the middles, I mean, the mulch is great. The mulch is a first step. The worst thing is bare soil. Keeping it covered is one step up. So a mulch, even if it's a plastic or a rock, is a step up. If it's a mulch that will decompose and build soil and hold moisture, that's another step up. If we can do a living mulch that shades it, keeps it cool, keeps it from eroding, but also aids in the cycling of nutrients, that's yet another step up. So not just what we want in the row, but over the whole property, one of our goals should be, where can I fit more plants? Where can I make habitat for more pollinators and predators? How can I increase the quantity, the quality, and the diversity of life? And I think that the more we do that, the healthier the whole ecosystem will be. With that, yesterday, collards, today, radish and spinach. Let's see how they do. Thank you.